The match is started, and
that is also fine. Yeah, then yeah.
okay, the match is match number 12 between Rampage and Roadies. Roadies won the toss and elected to the field first. So bat first. Score is not getting updated. So it's a first over. Captain Surya is bowling and Arjun Gal is in strike along with Gokul. And 4 dot balls continuous. We are waiting for the score to get updated.
So it's a super bowling from, not a super bowling, sorry, but a splendid shot from Arjun Gali. He muscled it over the mid wicket. First over was very good, just 1 run. But the second over, first ball going for 4. Second ball going to the fielder, but just landed in front and bounced over the fielder. So it's a 4 more. 1 more 4 for Arjun Gali. Two fours in 2 balls for Vinod Reddy. Third ball and a dot ball. That's a good bowling by Vinod. Good comeback. It was still a low full toss, but well played by Arjun. So they've changed the fielder. There are 2 fielders on the leg side now instead of 1. Again he tried to scoop it, Arjun Gali. It went to deep fine leg, but just a single. So 10 balls, 10 runs for Roadies. A good comeback by Vinod Reddy. Just 2 runs after the first 2 boundaries in the next 4 balls. So after 2 overs, BCC Roadies are 11 for 0. Good appeal from the keeper Ankit. Surya is in the attack. First ball to Gokul Krishnan by Surya. An appeal on the first ball. They've sneaked a single though here. Yorker length from Surya. Arjun playing it watchfully, just a single. Surya has been bowling exceptionally well. Just 1 run in the first over and 1 run in this over. Full toss by Surya. It's going in the dip mid wicket, but it's a misfeeling by Prasanna. The ball was rushing because of the dry grass. Prasanna tried to stop it by diving, but it went between the legs. Welcome boundary for Gokul Krishnan. Again a low full toss. High in the air, and gone! Superb catch by Vinod Reddy. Gokul Krishnan is gone. Low full toss has done the job. 1 went for the boundary and second one got the catch. There was a splendid catch by Vinod Reddy running back at the mid-on. And he was able to manage to get a hold of the ball. So it's a superb catch. And welcome wicket for BCC Rampage. Gokul Krishnan walking back with 6 runs and 6 balls. Last ball from Surya for this over. Very successful in his first 2 overs. Short ball from Surya. Cut it away for boundary. He's rushing to the boundary and it's a 4, I guess. Yes. First ball boundary for Pranay Shetty, the new batsman. Vinod Reddy coming from the pavilion end for his second over. Again the full length, driving down the leg side. Arjun just flicked it for 4. Making full use of the power play and to the bad balls. He's not getting his line and length right today, Vinod Reddy. Just a gift on the leg stump for Arjun. So it's going good at the moment for BCC Roadies. Even though they've lost 1 wicket, they're still going at the run rate of 7.89, which is a very healthy strike rate. BCC Rampage needs to get a wicket of Arjun Gali at the moment. That's a good ball. It's good ball, good fielding, and he's gone. Looks like he's gone. It's a good appeal, and Akhil, the leg umpire, has went for the third umpire, the review. There was a splendid effort in the fielding by Rampage. Picked up with one hand, a good fast throw, and Ankit was also electric as a keeper. Third umpire Balu is checking the cameras now for the review. The fielders are on their place now, the BCC Rampage, so maybe it's a not out. And yes, rightly assumed it's a not out. No, that's a good ball from Vinod Reddy. So 5 runs in the over already, 3 balls, 4th ball coming up. That went down the leg side again. White signal by the umpire. It's a good ball from Vinod. Just a single for Pranay Shetty. That's a nice ball by Vinod again. Looks like he's getting his line and length back. He's back into the rhythm. Vinod Reddy. Just a single for Arjun Gali. They need to stop the singles in the inner circle because Pranay and Arjun Gali, when they're not able to hit boundaries, they're easily sneaking away singles from the inner circle. They need to be tight in the fielding. BCC Rampage. Ooh, that's a very good ball. But dead ball signal by the Bhaskar, however. Some obstruction in the field. So just need to reload this one. Unfortunate for Vinod Reddy. Ooh, that's a great ball again. A good way to finish the over. There's a superb last 4 balls from Vinod Reddy. So after 4 overs, BCC Roadies are 28 for 1. The current run rate is 7. The last 2 overs for the power play. Surya, the captain himself, coming back into the attack for his 3rd over. He's bowled really well today. He has been very economical. Got the only wicket on his name. The captain needs to get Arjun Gali now. Ooh, that's a nice ball again from Surya. That's a superb line and length. Arjun has also been watchful against Surya. Again a good ball, but smartly played in the point region, and single for Arjun Gali. It's a misfield and they're sneaking. One more run leaked. One more run leaked. They are loosening up. In the inner circle, they have also given like 2 or 3 times the extra runs. They need to be tight, the BCC Rampage. Arjun Gali is experienced batsman. He's not gonna miss this overthrows. He's always ready for it. Short and wide from Surya, but saved. Just a single to deep point. Prasanna is covering the deep point area. Oh, there's a total chaos and he's gone. It looks like he's gone. Still Achilles given the third umpire to reconfirm. There is a total miscommunication between Arjun and Pranay Shetty.
I'm not there next week. See you next to next.
So he's been given out, Pranay Shetty at last. Good bowling by Sai Surya. New batsman is Shanmugam. Super bowling by Surya again. So after 5 overs, BCC Roadies are 30 for 2.
Welcome back, guys. That's a beautiful hit, and it's a 4 in the long on. Arjun Gali has striked another boundary. Uday Kumar is bowling over the wicket, and Arjun Gali is on strike. That's a beautiful cover drive into the deep covers, and that's a single. Easy single.
Yeah. You go to bat. Bowled him.
That's a beautiful delivery from Uday. That's another beautiful delivery, and that's the end of the over. And we are into the end of 6th over.
Okay.
Daddy,
And the power play is done.
I did a white ball.
Sorry, there was an update. Last ball, that was a wicket for Uday.
Not wide is the ball. Wide ball. Not wide. Oh, good shot. Get the ball. Get the ball. Go. Get the ball. Get the ball.
Does like this one.
Shanmugam is the last wicket, and he's out in caught behind by Ankit Singh, the keeper of BCC Rampage team. And we are 35 for 3 BCC Roadies after 5.5 overs. Sorry for that last minute change of commentary notice. We have 5.535 for 3 and Uday is bowling his last over, and this is the end of the 6th over if one bowls. Yeah, and that's a beautiful defend by Venkatesh Kulkarni. And we are at end of 6 overs. BCC Roadies are 35 for 3. They have Arjun Gali and Venkatesh Kulkarni in the crease.
Good shot. Now last 2 balls. After that you need to bowl, okay?
And there is a change of player and there is a substitute coming in. Karthik is replacing name Devaharsha. Hariya. Devaharsha Hariya? No?
Hey, Hari. Hari is it?
Hariya Harsha na?
Hari.
Okay. Yes, that's Hari has been replaced by Karthik Mohan Babu, Karthikeyan Mohan Babu, and we are into our 7th over and Sai Surya is bowling the 7th over. Coming around the wicket for the left-hander on strike, Mr. Arjun Gali. There is a short break after 6 overs. I don't know, I think Empire has called for some thing and umpires are discussing. Akhil and Bhaskar are the umpires. And our third umpire is Balu, who is not in the crease. Oh, that's a beautiful hit. And to the boundary, the deep square leg. It's a super boundary by Venkatesh Kulkarni. It's
Aryan, throw to him.
a classic shot from Venkatesh Kulkarni, giving the boost up to Roadies team. Surya continuing the 7th over and over the wicket. That's a super stop. That's a super stop in the gully by Bhanu Diaga, and that's a comfortable single for Venkatesh Kulkarni. And now the left-hander Arjun Gali on strike for Surya Sai Surya bowling. And that's into the deep fine leg for a single. So 6.5 was last ball from Sai Surya for the 7th over. And that's beautifully timed, that delivery, and Venkatesh Kulkarni takes a comfortable single into the point. And that's the end of the 7th over. After 7 overs, it's 45 for 3. And Roadies were able to grab 8 runs from the last over from Surya. And now we have Uday bowling, continuing the bowling over the wicket, the 8th over. And that's a beautiful delivery, and Venkatesh defends it. And Roadies doesn't want to take any risk at this moment of taking the risky singles. Uday into his second ball. And that's a bit wide from the wicket, and Venkatesh Kulkarni comfortably takes a single into the deep point. And now Arjun Gali on strike. And that's into the deep mid wicket, and that is a comfortable single for Arjun Gali. And now Venkatesh Kulkarni on strike. And that's into the gully, but fielders were able to defend that ball correctly to avoid the single for Venkatesh Kulkarni, and Venkatesh Kulkarni is still on strike. Playing consistently, Mr. Venkatesh Kulkarni. And that's into the deep covers. And that's a comfortable single for Venkatesh Kulkarni again. And now Arjun Gali is on strike. Change of field for the left-hander. That's beautifully bowled, and Arjun Gali wants to take a single, but stopped by Venkatesh Kulkarni on the other side. They doesn't want to run any risky runs at this point of time, where they're already 3 wickets down. So after 8 overs, there are only 3 runs from 8th over, and after 8 overs, BCC Roadies are 48 for 3 at a 6-run rate. That's a very good run rate at this point for BCC Roadies to stay in the competition to win the match. Now there is a change of bowling, and Mr. Rijwit Paturi comes into the attack. He's a left-hand medium pace bowler, and he's coming around the wicket to Venkatesh Kulkarni. Sri Rijwit Paturi is starting the 9th over, and that was easily timed into the mid-on area, and that's a comfortable single for Venkatesh Kulkarni. Now the left-hand bowler Rijwit Paturi bowls to the left-hand batsman Arjun Gali. And that's beautifully chipped over the long on, mid on, and into the long on. That's a comfortable single for Arjun Gali. We can listen to the screaming of BCC Roadies on their team's half-century runs. That's 50 for 3 after 8.2 overs, and Rijit continuing around the wicket for Venkatesh. And that's a low full toss ball, driven into the deep mid wicket, and this is a comfortable single for Prasanna. To Prasanna, and that's a comfortable single for Venkatesh Kulkarni. Now Arjun Gali is on strike again. That's a full length ball, and that's driven but not timed well. That's gone straight to the bowler. Rijit holds of that ball. And chipped over the extra covers, and that's a comfortable boundary for Arjun Gali. That's the deep extra cover area where that's a comfortable boundary, we can say. Rijit continuing the last ball. Oh, that was almost a catch. Rijit, it was almost into Rijit's hand, but unfortunately that didn't carry completely, and Rijit has to leave the ball. Otherwise that would have been a beautiful dismissal, but Rijit couldn't get hold of the ball. And that is the end of the 9th over, and after 9 overs BCC Roadies are 56 for 3, and once again we can say they are able to comfortably get 8 runs from this over. And now Uday is into strike again. Now Uday is on strike. Sorry, Uday is the bowling and over the wicket, and Arjun Gali is on strike. And that is a catch, and a comfortable catch by Ankit Singh, the keeper of BCC Rampage, and they are able to get hold of Arjun Gali's wicket, and that could be a big breakthrough for BCC Rampage team, taking hold of the BCC Roadies wicket. That is Arjun Gali, the last man to depart. And that was a good innings from Arjun Gali, and he has scored 32 runs out of 28 balls. And now he has to depart. And the new batsman to come, Mr. Amit Ladda. Amit Ladda is the new batsman going into the crease to partner with Venkatesh Kulkarni to build up the innings. You can see BCC Roadies relaxing a bit and having a discussion and planning a strategy for the next 11 overs. And we are at 9.1, and BCC Roadies have lost their opener Arjun Gali, and now after 9.1 overs, BCC Roadies are 56 for 4. And that is a short ball, but there was a good try from Rijwit and Banu, but they couldn't succeed in that stop of that boundary, and that's a comfortable boundary to start from Amit Ladda. That's a short ball, and that is not expected from Uday at this time to a new batsman. So Uday needs to restrict the new batsman, and coming over the wicket again. And that's a good delivery. And Amit Ladda has to leave that ball into the keeper's hands without touching it. And that's a wide signal from umpire, and that's a wide delivery by Uday. That's another wide again. That's another wide again by Uday. They need to keep hold of these extras. That's a beautiful delivery. Amit Ladda had no clue of going after the ball or defending it, but he had to leave the ball, and it's comfortably taken into the Ankit Singh's hands. Oh, that was a beautiful delivery by Uday. These kind of balls bowling to the new batsmen will build up some confidence for BCC Rampage team. And that's well defended by Amit Ladda. The last ball of Uday's over, and that's the end of 10 overs. And we have 62 for 4. 10 overs, 62 for 4. And we're going to take a 5 minutes drinks break for both the teams. We'll be back soon. That's 10 overs, 62 for 4. And we have Amit Ladda playing on 4, and Venkatesh Kulkarni is comfortably batting at 10 runs. And we'll be back after a short break. Okay. We are back into the game after 10 overs. BCC Roadies are 62 for 4, and there is a change of side, and the batting has been moved this side, the other side, and we have the 11th over being continued by Rijjit Pathuri, and that's a full toss delivery and into the deep covers for a single. That's an easy single for Venkatesh Kulkarni. That's a beautiful boundary from the team. that was the end. Hope everybody are able to hear now. We have after 13 overs 87 for 4. BCC Roadies are comfortably able to get 25 runs in the last 3 overs. It's 87 for 4 after 13 overs, BCC Roadies. And there was a bit expensive over from Bharat Reddy. The last over was 1 over 11 runs. And I guess now it is Gnan Reddy who is taking over the 14th over. (13 overs 87 for 4), and Gnan Reddy is coming from around the wicket on the park end. And now the left-hand spinner Gnan Reddy, we need to see if he makes any magic into the attack, and he's bowling his first over of the day. And the left-hander Amit Ladda is on strike, and we have left-arm bowler Gnan Reddy as well, bowling from around the wicket. He ended going his first ball, and that's a full toss delivery into the deep mid wicket for a single, and Rijit Paturi collects the ball, and that's for the single. We can see for the right-hander Venkatesh Kulkarni is on strike now, and we have Gnan Reddy changing the side. After that full toss delivery to Amit Ladda, we need to see if there is any magic that he can create. (88 for 4). That's into the square leg, and that's a comfortable single. And now again Amit Ladda is on strike. And that's a full toss delivery.
No, bro, no.
There was an appeal for 6, and umpire denies that, and even the fielder has confirmed that that's not a 6. He was able to stop it for a single itself, and that is called as a no ball, and now this will be a free hit. I think umpire is going to check. I don't know why, again what happened. Umpire is returning back. This is a free hit ball, and we need to see if they can capitalize on this free hit ball. BCC Roadies Venkatesh on strike. No, they couldn't. That's a dot delivery on the free hit ball. That's driven onto the mid-off, and that's a comfortable single for Venkatesh Kulkarni. And that's a no run from that ball. That's the end of the 14th over. They are able to get only 4 runs from that over. That is 92 for 4 after 14 overs. And now Bharat Reddy continuing his second over after an expensive first over. Sorry, there are 5 runs from the last over. And now Bharat Reddy from Rampage is continuing the 15th over. That's 92 for 4 after 14 overs. BCC Roadies. I think the partnership is building up consistently for BCC Roadies. Venkatesh on strike. And that's a given up 4. No point of chasing that. The fielder has thought that Gnan Reddy is the fielder, and is that signaled as by or wide? I think that would be a leg by for 4. Leg by for 4. No, it's not a leg by. The last ball, it was given as 4. It is off the bat, I guess. But we'll check it out soon. And Bharat Reddy is continuing around the wicket to the experienced player, Mr. Venkatesh Kulakarni of BCC Roadies. That's a beautiful delivery, and that has enough pace to beat the batsman. And Venkatesh had no idea of that pace to that delivery. He tried to hit it but couldn't. The last delivery that was beaten into the keeper hands. And that's a bit toss delivery from Bharat Reddy. And that's comfortable to single taken in the long on by Venkatesh Kulakarni. And now the left-hand batsman Amit Ladda on strike for BCC Roadies, and Bharat Reddy is bowling from the same side for the left-hander as well. Oh, that's a beaten ball. That's a good delivery from Bharat Reddy, the last ball, and it's continuing. That's taken into the deep fine leg, and that's comfortably taken a single for Amit Ladda. And that's the end of 15th over. Bharat Reddy has come back with 6 runs in from that over. That's a good comeback for Bharat Reddy, and we have Gnan Reddy taking over again, the 16th over. After 15 overs, BCC Roadies are 98 for 4 with Venkatesh Kulakarni and Amit Ladda on strike in the crease. And Amit Ladda is on strike, partnering with Venkatesh Kulakarni. I think BCC Rampage need a very bad breakthrough to break this partnership. They need to get wickets. Otherwise, this partnership is going to be very expensive for BCC Rampage. They need to do something to break the partnership. Otherwise, this partnership is going to be very crucial. That's the boundary into the deep fine leg. Misfield by Banu Diaga there. The ball unevenly bounced and he couldn't get hold of that ball. The ball, after pitching on the ground before the boundary, it took an uneven bounce and misled the fielder there. Because of that uneven bounce in the outfield, there could be some extra boundaries or extra runs possible because of the misfield. So they need to be very careful when going for the ball. And that's the first ball boundary. And that is the dodge ball. The second ball is a dodge delivery from Gnan Reddy. Went into the mid wicket and Surya has stopped the ball. And that was in the air for quite some time and Surya takes a comfortable catch. That's a superb delivery and Rampage has that breakthrough that we were talking a while ago, and that was a comfortable catch taken by Surya, though it was a bit difficult for him to walk to his left side or run to his left side and take the catch. And that's a very good catch by Sai Surya. And Gnan Reddy gets that extra bounce to get the Amit Lada's wicket, where he tried to pull the shot but he couldn't time it enough, and it has comfortably reached Sai Surya's hands there in the mid wicket. And now Dr. Prashant, and that's Mr. Prashant Telavarthi, is on strike and he's in the new batsman in the crease. We need to see what kind of pressure the BCC Rampage fielders and bowlers will put on the new batsman, Dr. Prashant Telavarthi. Though he is an experienced player of BCC, we need to see how this is going to turn up to be. And that's a beaten ball. That's a dot delivery. It's 1 or 2. That's a super stop by Bharat Reddy in the slips. And that's a dot again, and it's 1 or 2 for 5 after 15.5. And that's chipped into the extra covers. It's a comfortable single for Prashant Telavarthi to get off the mark. That's 16 overs, 1 or 3 for 5. BCC Roadies are leading the current run rate, and they have a very good run rate at this point of time. And now Bharat Reddy continues his third over from around the wicket. That is the 17th over. He has been very economical in the past, in the second over, and we need to see if the Gnan Reddy and Bharat Reddy will keep this momentum going. Bharat Reddy coming around the wicket to Dr. Prashant Telavarthi, the most experienced player of BCC, and he tries to take a single but couldn't get hold of the single. Prashant Telavarthi has been off the mark with the last delivery of the previous over. Took a comfortable single in the covers. Though it was in the air for a long time, but it's a no man's land. And BCC Roadies are heading towards putting a big total on the board. And that's a toss delivery from Bharat Reddy, and that has been chipped over the long on for a single. I think the wind factor is in the opposite direction. That's why clearing the boundaries is a bit difficult in the long on and long off areas at this moment. That's a comfortable single into the gully area. Bharat Reddy continuing to build up the pressure on BCC Roadies for going for the big total, but we need to see both the players are very experienced players, Venkatesh Kulkarni and Dr. Prashant. That's a toss delivery again, and into the long on area for an easy single for Dr. Prashant. Now Venkatesh on strike. Oh, that's a white was signaled by the umpire. Did he? Did he? Not wide, right? So that's not called a wide. That's 16.5. Now this is signaled a wide because it's bit very wide from the wickets. So this is called a wide, and it's the last ball of the over, and they cannot leak any runs at this point. So Prashant came in after 5 wickets are down. We need to see if there is some beginnings from Prashant, and that's wide again. Rampage bowlers need to build up the pressure on Roadies, but they are under pressure and bowling the extra runs, which are unnecessary at this point of time. That's the last ball from Bharat Reddy. Oh, that's a toss delivery. Toss delivery and chipped again for a single. Isn't that an over? That's over, right? I don't know if that is an over or not. Hold on a second. That's the last ball of the over. We thought the previous one. That's an easy single to end the over. Sorry, there was a bit confusion. Yes, comfortable 6 runs taken from that over. Bharat Reddy has been bit okay with the bowling at this over, 17th over. There's 1 out 8 for 5, and Gnan Reddy is the bowler to continue, I guess. Yes, because of the extremely hot weather, fielders are very thirsty and they need to keep their body hydrated to field on the ground. Otherwise, that would be very expensive for their energy to lose it. But we need to see. Fielders are thirsty and they have gathered to take a drinks break. A short, very short break because of this extremely high temperature weather. We need to keep ourselves hydrated to play a long innings. Nice shots. కూర్చొని కామెంట్ చేస్తే మళ్ళీ కూర్చుంది 2 నిమిషాలు ఆగి కూర్చొని ఎట్లా ఇట్లా ఎగరాలి నడుములు ఎట్టుకుంటూ మనం ఇంతసేపు ఫీల్డింగ్ చేసి చక్కగా ఓడిపోయి ఎన్ని వేసలేదు మీరు ఇందాక చూడతారా ఎవరికి Dilip, hey bro, how are you?
Dilip,
After
done?
long time. Dilip done.
अयो अमित भाई कैसे लग रही है गर्मी?
We are back in the innings and we have started off. Gnan Reddy started the 18th over. After 17 overs, BCC Roadies are 111 for 5. And Gnan Reddy started the 18th over, his third over. .112 for 5. Gnan Reddy to Venkatesh.
चलो चलो गया literally
That is a very bad communication between the fielders. That was an easy run out that could have happened for Dr. Prashant, but what we can do, it all happens in the game.
Do you have any words for us?
Gnan Reddy bowling over the wicket to the experienced player of BCC, and that's a toss ball. Yes, that's a comfortable single into the deep mid wicket. Yeah, continuously rotating the strike, Venkatesh and Prashant. And that's picked the toss delivery, and that is a boundary. That is signaled a boundary.
VK भाई सही खेल रहा है 28-30 हो गया I guess कितना हुआ 28 ना सही है
That was an extra shot. That's a beautifully timed delivery by Venkatesh Kolakarni, and that's into the boundary, into the extra, the cow corner. That signaled the 6. I guess.
See, against this bowling unit, it's good score.
Today, Nyam will play ball only top ball.
And that signaled 4, the last ball.
Exactly. हमारा इसकी सामने का मैच है Why is not running?
That was a communication gap between the batsmen, and that's an easy run out for BCC Rampage, and Venkatesh Kulkarni has to depart. After 2 consecutive boundaries, Venkatesh had hit the ball into the point, but Prashant wants to take a single, but Venkatesh doesn't want to go for the run because it's straight into the fielder. So they are checking. We thought this would be turning up into an expensive over, but they were able to get hold of Venkatesh Kolakarni's wicket in this over as well, in the form of run out.
Good batting wicket.
BCC Roadies cheering up for Venkatesh Kolakarni's innings today. He has 36 runs. He has scored 36 runs from 30 deliveries. That is an achievable, remarkable achievement for Venkatesh. And Venkatesh is also an experienced player of BCC, and he has to depart after a communication gap that occurred between the batsmen in the crease, whether to run or not. And that's end of 18th over, and BCC Roadies are 122 for 6. And we have Vinod Reddy into attack. Vinod Reddy bowling.
इंटेंस है मेरे में सभी इंटेंस ही है
Over the wicket to Praveen Malik, the new batsman, the captain skipper of the BCC Roadies team. That is a very good delivery to leave, and that is a dot ball from Vinod Reddy. That's a dot again to the body. Praveen Malik wants to pull that shot but couldn't get hold of the delivery. And that's a dot ball from Vinod Reddy again. No, he has taken that as a full toss delivery and into the long on for a single. Now Mr. Prashant is on strike. Dr. Prashant Elavarthi is on strike at the third after 3 deliveries. In the 19th over, and the score is 1-2-3 for 6 after 18.3. And we know Reddy bowling to Prashant Elavarthi. That's a very quick running by the skipper. It's a very quick run, and the umpire has signalled it for the third umpire for the run out appeal by the BCC Rampage players. That was a risky double for Prashant because that's on the wrong side. But we will be checking if this is a run out or not. Prashant Elavarthi walks away, giving the bat to Sainath Velivela. I think Prashant has to depart for that run out, though it is not required, but he has been running for quite a long time now. I think that has made him to slow a bit between the wickets. Because after running too many runs, definitely we would be tired. And that's a breakthrough for BCC Rampage again. Prashant Elavarthi is a dangerous player. And now Sainath Velivela on strike, and he gets off the mark. 18.5, it's 125 for 7. And the skipper is off the mark. Over the long on for the boundary. That is a beautiful hit from the skipper. After 19 overs, BCC Roadies are 129 for 7. We are into the final over. Food order చేసి ఏమన్నా తినొచ్చా?
నీకు ఉంటుంది కదా బిర్యానీ వస్తుంది కదా
మొత్తం ఎవరు రాలే పెట్టుకోవాలంట.
ఎందుకు మరి నువ్వు అంతా
అందరికి
చేయడం ఏంటంటే
అందరికి కలిపి పెట్టు. Sorry, there was some personal communication going on with regards to the lunch. It is a lunch time here in UK. We are, what is the time, Dilip?
148.
Oh, it's 1:48. In the UK, GMT time is 1:48, and we're into the final over. Gnan Reddy bowls the final over, and that's into the... That was a very good running by Praveen, and he has made it into the crease. All 3 wickets are down. 19.1, that is 130 for 7.
आज नहीं है तुम्हारा
That is a huge boundary into the deep mid wicket, and that's a 6. That's a superb shot by the skipper of BCC Roadies. He has pulled that delivery over the wickets, over the mid wickets, and 6.
Yeah, he was only toss ball.
So even the sun is also a bit considerable factor here.
A lot of consideration.
Yeah, because players can't feel energetic when sun is sucking up all your, what we say, energy. And that's a bit dot delivery by Gnan. It's an appeal for stump, but not given by the umpire. Says no. Leg umpire is our Bhaskar. Chakravarti Bhaskar is our leg umpire, and Gnan bowling his 4th ball. That's a beaten out. They are trying hard for the runouts. That's a dot ball again. We are into our 20th over. And there are last 2 deliveries of the innings, last 2 balls of the innings. Hawks versus Panthers.
Hawks का ड्रेस कोड भी ब्लैक है लिखने वाला इसलिए भी 10 ओवर में
Now we are into, I think the score is not yet updated. We are into our last final 2 deliveries. Well, let's see, that's Nandadi bowling over the wicket. That's a comfortable 2 runs taken. What's wrong? Why did they put wicket in the 4th ball? That's not a wicket, guys. There was an overthrow. They are leaking the extra runs. Comfortable 2 runs of the last ball. Bhaskar. Yes, put as wicket. Scorer. But instead of dot, he has put as wicket. 4th ball. That's the end of BCC Roadies innings, and they have comfortably put a big total in this very soaring temperatures. They are 140 for 7. Sorry for that mistake there. That's not a wicket of the 4th ball. That is a dot ball, and that is not 8 wickets. That's only 7 wickets. 140 for 7. After completion of Roadies innings, Roadies are 20 overs on 40 for 7, and meet you after 10 minutes short break. Okay, everyone, we are back after a short innings break, and we have Ankit Singh and Rijwit Paturi in the crease with Amit Singh bowling his first over for the BCC Roadies, and that's a leave out ball. Amit Singh bowling over the wicket. Started off with a dot delivery. That's into the gully, and that's a comfortable single taken because of the overthrow. There is no backup for the keeper, and that's a single for Ankit Singh because of the overthrow from the point area. And now the left-hander Rijwit Paturi on strike. And there is some change of wheel going on for the left-hander. 3 players are outside the circle and they are in the boundaries on the leg side. 3 fielders. And Amit Singh coming around the wicket. To Rijwit Paturi on strike. And that's a well defended ball. That's a dot delivery. We are 3.
Hey Veda.
That's a dot again. Rijwit Paturi taking the time. That's 4 balls of the first over done. It's only 1 run with that too because of the overthrow. That's into the slip area, chipped for the 4. That's an edge, but it didn't carry to the keeper or the slip. It neither carried to the slip nor the keeper, and that's in the gap, and that's into the 4. That's signal 4 for Rijwit Paturi. There's this guy. And Arjun Gali in the slip now. And that's a dot again to end the over. That's 1 over done. 5 for 0. And Ankit Singh is not off the mark yet. We need to see how BCC Rampage is going to tackle the situation. They have a very huge total on board. They need a very good partnership to chase the total of 140. And now we have the second over by Vinay Kumar Hiremat coming over the wicket to Ankit Singh. And that didn't carry much pace. And that's a beaten ball, and they have a dot delivery. The first ball of Vinay is a dot delivery. And he's continuing over the wicket to Ankit Singh. That's a very good running between the wickets, and that's a quick run taken by Ankit and Rijwit Paturi. As like we are saying, BCC Roadies team, we're having two left-handers, Arjun Gali and Amit Ladda. Likewise, we have the same two left-handers in the Rampage team as well. One Rijit Paturi and the other one is Gyan Reddy. Bowling around the wicket, Vinay Kumar. That's overthrow again. There is no backup, and that's a single. BCC Roadies need to restrict these overthrows and they need to back up when there is any chance of hitting the wickets directly. That is a very good ball, and that's driven into the covers to the Dr. Prashant, but Ankit Singh doesn't want to take any chance of that, and that's they have to restrict for no run. So defensive play from Ankit Singh. That's 7 for 0. That's an easy single taken for the last ball of the delivery of the over, and that's 8 for 0 after 2 overs. BCC Rampage team are 8 for 0 after 2 overs. Players are discussing.
Delivery
And we have Amit Singh continuing the third over. And on strike we have the right-hand batsman Ankit Singh, who is the wicket keeper of BCC Rampage team, and the opening batsman. That's a very good delivery from Amit Singh. That's a quick running between the wickets by Rijvit and Ankit, and that's an easy single in the covers area. Prashant was the fielder, Dr. Prashant Elavarthi is the fielder. And we have Rijvit Paturi, the left-hand batsman, on strike. That's a beaten ball. That's very good delivery from Amit Singh. Sorry, it's Amit Kumar. Amit Kumar has been very economical in his bowling. He's bowling very good deliveries. Into the mid-wicket area. That's a comfortable dot, we can say. There's no chance of any run there. Dr. Prashant is aware of the batsman running between the wickets, and his actions would definitely give an advantage for the Roadies team, and that's a dot again. That could be the last ball of the over. After only one run from this over so far, Amit Kumar has been very economical in bowling, even in the previous 3 matches that the BCC Roadies have played. And this is the 4th team that BCC Roadies is playing against. And that's an excellent ball to end the over. Only 1 run from that over. After 3 overs, BCC Rampage a 9 for 0. There is a change in the field. BCC Roadies, classic experienced batsman and bowler of BCC Roadies, Dr. Prashant Delavarti, has been replaced by another teammate, Rishabh Vashisht. And we have Vinay Kumar Hiremat continuing from around the wicket. That's a superb shot into the deep mid wicket. That's a boundary. That's a comfortable boundary into the deep mid wicket, and that's a 4 for Ankit Singh. I guess Vinay coming around the wicket didn't work for the team this time, but still he wants to stick on to the same side. No, that's the one. They had to change the side now. Vinay has changed his side over the wicket, coming over the wicket. That's a drop catch in the fine leg by Rishabh Vashisht. The new fielder on the ground, Rishabh Vashisht, has dropped Ankit Singh's catch in the fine leg area. Ankit Singh got to be lucky this time. He has now the left-hand batsman is on strike. Vinay coming around the wicket. That's a toss delivery, and he picked it up comfortably into the deep mid wicket for an easy single. That doesn't want to take any chance of running the second run. Ankit Singh on strike again now. Vinay bowling over the wicket, and he has defended that. That's a very beautiful running between the wickets, and fielders are not aware of this run. They waited too long to go after the ball and collect it to throw it to the wickets. Now the left-hander is with Paturi on strike. That's a superb shot into the deep mid wicket. That's a comfortable boundary, and that's a 4. 4 signaled by the umpire, and that's a very beautiful shot from Rijwit Paturi. Turning to be an expensive over for BCC Roadies, this one. Vinay has to think of a strategy to overcome being an expensive over this one, but still this is the last ball of the over. And that signal wide by the umpire. It's the last ball of the over. and that's taken into the covers a point, but no run from the last ball. Still Vinay has been 15 runs from 2 overs, and after 4 overs BCC Rampage are 21 for 0.
బౌలింగ్ కొట్టేస్తుందా మరి కావాలని కొట్టారా? ఇది ఏం బౌలింగ్ ఏందని బౌలింగ్ వేస్తాడు బాగా వేస్తాడా?
We have Sainath, the new bowler, taking the 5th over, and that's a good start to start with it. Just dot ball. Hello. Batsmen want to go after. Johnny bhai, how's your match? That's the second dot ball. Ankit wanted to go after the last delivery, and he has tipped that into the deep point. That's a comfortable single for Ankit Singh. That's a good start for Sainath Velivela as a bowler. Being a bowler, we can understand how we could start with that. So after 4.3, it's 22 for 0. Only 1 run so far for Sainath Velivela. Sainath coming over the wicket even for the left-hander. Was beautifully stopped by Rijit. It was onto the wickets. Rijit doesn't want to go after the bowler the very first ball he faces, so he's taking some time. It's beautifully hit into the deep fine leg. No, it's a deep square leg, you can say. That's an easy single. After 4.5, it's 23 for 0. Sainath into his last ball of his first over. Oh, that's hit over the wicket, over the fine leg, deep fine leg. No, let us see what is the decision. Is that a 4 or a 6? That traveled very long, you can see. They're still waiting to update the scoreboard. It could be a 4. It's 2. From this view as well, it's not visible whether it's a 4 or 6 because of the sunlight. We can say it's not very clear from our end. So after 5 overs, that is a boundary, but yeah, that's a 4. 5 overs, 27 for 0, BCC Rampage. After 5 overs, BCC Rampage at 27 for 0. It's good that they still have 10 more wickets in their bag, so they can go after the bowlers. And we need to look at who is going to bowl the 6th over. It's again Vinay Kumar Hiremath is the next bowler, continuing his third over. And our left-hander batsman Rijit Paturi is on strike. That's a comfortable single of the first ball. The two openers are playing very consistently. Vinay Kumar bowling over the wicket. That's the second ball, is a dot delivery. And Ankit Singh is coming forward to take over that ball and comfortably hit into the deep. No, it's a long on. And that's a single run. And now our left-hand batsman Rijit Paturi is on strike. Oh, there's an uneven bounce in the mid-wicket area. That's an easy single, otherwise that would have been a dot ball if that bounce didn't occur. But because of the bounce, the fielder couldn't get hold of the ball in the mid-wicket, and that's a comfortable single for Rijit. They wanted to take overthrow run Rijit, but Ankit stopped him from the other end because he's tired already. We're running between the wickets. So he had to run hard to reach the crease by the time fielder has thrown the ball from his hand, and that's 5.5. And Rijit is defending that ball. And after all, it's 4 runs from that over. That's a dot delivery for last ball. And that's 6 overs, 31 for 0. And we can see Vinay has bowled already 3 overs. And we'll be checking who is going to come into the bowling attack. And I think it's Arjun Gali taking over the 7th over. After the power play, now the power play is finished, guys. It's 6 overs, 31 for 0. Yes, after 6 overs and after the power play, BCC Rampage are 31 for 0. We're going to see after the power play how the equations are going to change, how the batsmen are going to go after the bowlers. There will be some interesting movement, and now we have Arjun Gali bowling over the wicket. This is 7th over and this is 1st over. So that's a dot delivery to start from Arjun Gali. సరే సరే రైట్ ఓకే. That is 6.3 overs, 3 deliveries from Arjun Gali, and that's only 1 run from that. Into the deep mid wicket, and that's a single taken. Ankit Singh on strike now. Only 2 runs so far from this over. Oh, that's a very quick single taken in the gully area. That's for 1 run. Arjun Gali bowling his final ball of the first over, of his first over. That into the deep square leg, and that's for a single. That's to end the 7th over comfortably, 4 runs from that over. After 7 overs, 35 for 0, BCC Rampage.
అని అనుకున్నా సడన్గా నీ పేరు గుర్తుకాలి అందుకే అనుకున్నా నువ్వే అటు కళ్ళు మూస్తావు కావచ్చు ఇంకా పళ్ళు తగ్గింది మొత్తం తగ్గింది పర్లేదు ఇంకా టైం పడుతుంది అదే మరి డేంజర్ ఇప్పుడు తగ్గింది మరకలు కూడా వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాయి. అది పెట్టే రోజు టెంపుల్కి వెళ్ళాం. యాక్చువల్గా ఏమైందంటే నిన్న డే షిఫ్ట్ చేసిన, మళ్ళీ నైట్ షిఫ్ట్ చేసిన, నాన్ స్టాప్ 22 hours అయిపోయింది వర్క్. మార్నింగ్ 5:30 to టుడే మార్నింగ్ 5 వరకు వేస్తాను. బ్రో గ్రౌండ్లో ఉన్నా ఏం చేస్తాను ఒకటి ఎక్కడ నుంచి ఎక్కడ కలెక్ట్ ఎక్కడ వేసుకుంటుంది ఎక్కడ నుంచి అవునా ఏ 6.5 6.5 అవునా ఏం చేసింది వర్క్ అసలు? అంటే చెప్పు ఇంగ్లీష్ అంటే నాకు అంత పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఓకే మేనేజ్ చేస్తాను. కాదు ఇంగ్లీష్ అవసరం లేదు కానీ మన ఇదేమో అడిగామనుకున్నా మళ్ళీ జిరాక్స్లో అవి ఇవ్వమంటే మీకు డైలీ ఏ ఏరియా కూడా అంతేనా? ఏ ఏరియా అయినా సరే పర్లేదు కానీ నాకు 9 to 5 అంటే ఎన్ని అవర్స్ ఉంటాయి ఇప్పుడు? 8 గంటల? అవునా? కాదు బ్రో, నాకు ఇప్పుడు చెయ్యడం బాగుంది బ్రో. ఇలా నాన్ స్టాప్ వర్క్ చేసి బాగా ఇబ్బంది అవుతుంది నాకు. కాదు బ్రో, అయితే వాడికి నాకు మండే డబ్బులు అడుగుతుంటాను వాడిని మండే డబ్బులు అడుగుతుంటే.
And we have Sainath Velivelas continuing the 8th over the wicket, and Rijwit on strike. Oh, that's a very good delivery. Beaten him out.
ఒకసారి ఇదే విషయంలో చూస్తాను.
Sainath continuing over the wicket to the left-hander. And that's tipped away into the deep fine leg, and that's a 6. That's a signal 6 boundary for Rijwit Paturi.
ఓకే నాకు ఓకే.
Run rate is very crucial for the BCC Rampage team. That's a beautiful 6
కంపల్సరీ ఇస్తారా?
into the deep fine leg for Rijwit Paturi,
ఓకే ఓకే
and that's travel miles.
సరే.
Our fielders are trying hard to keep their best to reduce running after the ball, but still this very hot weather is making them tired very soon.
నాకు మండే రోజు ఒక్కరోజు నేను వర్క్కి వెళ్తాను. మండే రోజు చెప్పు, నేను బుధవారం నుంచి మాట్లాడి
That's a beautiful 6 into the deep fine leg.
ఒక 500 దాకా.
That's 44 for 0 after 7.4 overs. They have lost 2 deliveries for Sainath, and Sainath has to change the side. Want some suggestions, and he's coming around the wicket. That is mistimed, and that's a missed catch by Rohan. That's a comfortable 2 runs taken by Rijwit Paturi. It was miles away, the ball in the air, and Rohan couldn't judge it properly, and that's going to be a very costly. It's going to turn up to be very costly for the BCC Roadies team. They need to get hold of the catches, and they cannot afford to lose any of the catches at this point of time. Where they have converted this missed catch into a 2 runs.
సరే, నేను ఉంటా. ఎన్ని గంటలైనా ఉంటా. జాబ్ 10 గంటల నుండి మళ్ళీ 12 గంటల నుండి మళ్ళీ ఉంటా.
Chipped into the mid-on, and that's an easy catch for Amit Kumar in the mid-on, and that's a breakthrough, the first wicket for BCC Roadies, and Sri Rijwit Paturi has to depart for 24 of 25 deliveries.
చేస్తా, అన్నీ చేస్తా కానీ నాకు ఎక్కువ ఒక బుధవారం వరకు మళ్ళీ వచ్చారు.
That is a good innings from Rijwit Paturi, and we can see another left-hander, Gnan Reddy, goes into the field, and we can see Rijwit walking away.
మళ్ళీ కన్ఫర్మ్ కదా, ఎందుకంటే నాకు బాగా ప్రాబ్లం.
That's first breakthrough for BCC Roadies. After, the 8th over last ball was their first wicket down for BCC Rampage, and they were able to capitalize in the 8th over. They were able to get hold of Rijwit Paturi in the mid-on area where Amit Kumar made no mistake, and that's an easy catch for him. And Rijwit Paturi has to depart, and we have a new batsman, the left-hand batsman again. After the over, we have Gnan Reddy on strike as the first down.
ఫుడ్ తెప్పించుకుంటున్నారా?
చైతన్య
ఎవరు తెప్పించుకోరన్నా, మీ వాలంటీర్స్ మీరే. అది ఎవరిదన్నా రెస్టారెంట్? మిగతా రెస్టారెంట్
అరవింద్ అన్నాను పైన. That is a comfortable single in the deep mid wicket for Ankit Singh. Ignan Reddy is facing his first ball, the left-hand batsman, and Arjun Gali, the left-hand batsman of BCC Roadies, is bowling to the left-hand batsman, Ignan Reddy. That's into the deep mid wicket for a single. Hindi? That's into the mid wicket area, Dr. Prashant, and that's an easy single again for Ankit Singh. Ignan Reddy on strike again. That's a dot ball. That's full toss ball, and that's signaled no by the leg umpire, and they have comfortably taken 2 runs in the deep fine leg. Now that will be a free hit ball. No, I think they haven't given it as a no ball. No, I guess it's a 3 beamer balls, 2 beamer balls, right? I think Arjun Gali has to leave the bowling part now after bowling 2 beamers. That's 8.4. We have 2 balls of this over again. We can see Dr. Prashant. And will that be a no free hit ball? Oh my God. That is an over. What happened? There is a confusion with the score. There is a confusion with the score update. Sorry guys. We have 51 for 1 after 9 overs. That's 9 complete. I thought there's no ball in the last ball, but it wasn't a no ball. So Sorry for that wrong update. We are far away from the ground, so we are getting the updates a bit late. So do bear with us if there are some silly mistakes happening, but still, oh, the score is still going back. Now that's a dot ball again. We have 9.2. The scorer is updating the scoreboard. Please bear with the scoring, guys. Anyways, that's 2 dot balls, and we are into our 10th over. It's 51 for 1, 9.2. Dr. Prashant is bowling the 10th over, and already we can see there are 2 dots. Ankit Singh is facing the balls. That's a wicket for Dr. Prashant, and Ankit Singh has moved way ahead towards the offside, and that's a straight delivery, and he has to give away his wicket. That's a clean bowled. That's a wrong judgment of the ball by Ankit Singh. Last 3 balls before our innings break, before our drinks break. So let us see. That's 51 for 2 after 9.3 overs. Another opener, Ankit Singh, had to depart because of the wrong judgment of the ball, where he moved away towards the offside, and the ball has hit straight into the wickets, and that's clean bowled.
వెళ్తా కంపల్సరీ.
Our new batsman after Ankit departs, we have Bharat ready on strike. Nine point 351 for 2. 2 dots and a wicket in this over. So far, we have another 3 balls to go for Dr. Prashant's over. It's a beautiful dot delivery again onto the wickets, but Bharat Reddy defended that.
అదే కానీ చెప్పినా నాకైతే అన్ని ప్రాబ్లం ఏం లేకుండా.
That's a dot again. Bharat Reddy. That's 4 dots and a wicket ball, Dr. Prashant, and his last ball of the first over. And that's a comfortable single into the third man. And that's end of 10 overs. And BCC Rampage are 52 for 2 after 10 overs. And we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back soon in another 5 to 10 minutes time. Stay tuned, guys.
No, this is the umpire for the next match. Come on, umpire. Without point, you are asking us to do cross.
Change the umpire, change the umpire.
Please zoom out.
Hey, Captain.
Hi, ex-captain. It's unmuted already.
Hi, welcome back, guys. So we have a match. Next match between Hawks, BCC Hawks and BCC Panthers. So there is a toss.
Tails.
Tails is a call from Hawks, and it's a tails.
I'd like to bat first.
So Hawks has chosen to bat first.
Yes, of course, because it's a long heat, and I've seen the players suffering from like the past two matches. So it is very difficult for like the team to go and bowl first. So maybe this is a little advantage, not like the match-winning advantage, but maybe a slight advantage for batting. No other reason, to be honest. And I also want to try my batting strength. We won the other two matches with like the bowling effort. So I need to try like how my batting goes. So
And any specific target you have in mind?
maybe I can try 140, 150 at least. And what's about that is bonus.
Okay, all the best.
Any changes? Yes, I'm in, obviously, and I'm in. Rakesh is in, and Bipin Bhai is in. Yeah.
Okay, Dharma. So what would be your idea be about
Could have been bad, yeah. But let's see how it goes.
Any changes in your team, Dharma?
Yeah, Nagaraj is out because he is injured, and Narendra also out. So too much injured.
Yeah, it's very hot.
Yeah, it's
Keep
very hot.
hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah? All the best.
All the best. Thanks for that. Thank you.
give it to the other way? Arlakantava.
We are back into the game. After 10 overs, we have started the 11th over. We have changed in the direction of the batting and bowling. And we have Gnan Reddy and Bharat Reddy in the crease. And we have Arjun Gali bowling his third over. The 11th over of the innings. 53 for 2 after 10.1. That is a full toss ball. But there is no peel from anywhere, so that's a ball left out. That is a dot ball again, beaten the batsman.
For our team, it doesn't matter if you bat or bowl. Because we are comfortable in both the disciplines.
Gnan Reddy into the deep fine leg for a single. The left-hand batsman. And now Bharat Reddy is in strike. Arjun Gali bowling over the wicket. His fifth ball. That's into the gully. No, it's in the third slip area close to gully, and that's a comfortable single of the fifth ball. And that's the last ball of the 11th over from Arjun Gali, and Gnan Reddy is on strike. That's a no single. Though there is a chance for a single run, Bharat Reddy doesn't want to go for the single and will keep the strike after the 11th over. That's only 4 runs from the 3 runs from the over. That's 11 overs 55 for 2. 3 runs from the last over, which is Arjun Ghali's over. And we have our 12th over being bowled by Dr. Prashant. Dr. Prashant is bowling the 12th over and his second over. And Bharat Reddy is on strike, coming over the wicket. Dr. Prashant. That's a risky single, but they made it comfortably. We have 2 balls done. Dr. Prashant coming around the wicket from his side from the park end, and Gnan Reddy is on strike. After 11.2, 56 for 2. That's chipped over the covers and into the easy single. Now Bharat Reddy on strike. Prashant bowling over the wicket for the right-hand batsman. That's driven deep into the corner, and that's an easy single for Bharat Reddy. 11.4 done, it's 58 for 2. And now the left-hand batsman Gnan Reddy on strike. Dr. Prashant. That's a no signal from umpire. We don't know the reason, but we are far away from the ground, guys, a bit far. So that's a no signal by the umpire, and that will be a free hit. That's an over again. Wide or no? I think wide. That's wide again, 60 for 2. Sorry, umpire is signaling it as only one-sided, so we thought that it is a no ball, but it's not no, it's a wide ball. That's a beat out ball. It's 5 balls from Dr. Prashant. That's a full toss ball and given into the gully. That's a no ball. They are checking. Leg umpire is checking for the height. If it is above the waist, I think that should be above the waist, the full toss delivery, and that was a comfortable catch taken in the gully by Pranay Shetty. So we're gonna see what the outcome will be after the review of height of the ball. Let's wait for the decision from the third umpire. I think we got the decision, guys, and that's a no ball signaled by the leg umpire above the waist, and they have a free hit. That is a comfortable catch in the long on, but it's not out. It's just for the single. That's very unlucky for Dr. Prashant. The no ball was a catch in the gully area, and the free hit ball was a catch in the long on area. But those both cannot be counted towards the wicket, so batsman is safe. And after 12 overs, BCC Rampage are 62 for 2. They need 79 runs in 48 balls. That is the current equation at the moment. 79-48. That seems like an achievable target if they have a very good partnership and good hitting at this point. But we got to see how the equations change in the coming 1-2 overs. Let's stay tuned.
Commentator is busy. He's on call now. I think he'll be back in a minute. This is Santosh Govindu. In the meantime, BCC Rampage 62 for 2 in 12 overs. Arjun Gali is going to bowl his final over, 4th over. And they required 79 runs in 48 balls. I think they're in a very good position. Let's see if anything is going to happen. What a shot it is by the batsman to the strike. That's a single, very well fielded by the fielder over there. There's a nice fielding over there. And that's a single. It is Amit Kumar who is bowling as of now. The bowler is taking his time, he's setting the field. And captain, Mr. Praveen Malik, is having some discussion with the bowler, changing the field. They have their own strategy here for the batsman. Bharat Reddy on strike. He is a good hitter, we know. He can change the game in 1 over. Oh, again, he went for a big shot. The ball is in the air. There's a chance for the catch over there, and very nicely taken by the keeper, fielder. What a catch that is. Sainath, the fielder, he has taken a skyer. Just now we are saying Bharat Reddy, he is capable of cleaning the ropes, but this time he was not able to do so, and he loses his wicket. He tried to clear the boundary. He went high in the air, but very nicely caught by the fielder Sainath in the deep. What a catch that is. That is a very, very, very costly wicket. Praveen Malik should be happy, the captain. He just set the fielder for Bharat ready. He knows exactly where he's going to strike the ball. He kept the fielders at the edge of the circles, so that there is no need for them to run for the catch. And that worked out for the bowlers. What a catch that is. The new batsman, Mr. Bhanu, on strike now. Oh, there's a appeal over there. And umpire said it's not out. Seems like it didn't touch the bat. But still, just remember we have a bias if the batsman has attended for the shot. Very good presence of mind by Praveen Malik. He caught the ball. He restricted the singles. There's a pressure on the batsman now. Just the previous over, it was Bharat Reddy who got out, trying to hit for a six. Oh, that's a sweep shot again for a single. Amit will not mind that singles, I think so as of now. So far it's a good over. He got a wicket of very good batsman. Please be cautious, people. It's very hot outside today. And BCC are very good enough to give a break for 7 overs. They have implemented from the same match. Thanks to the working committee and governance committee for this decision. I think they are going to implement the same for tomorrow's matches as well, keeping in mind the pressure. Sorry, the temperatures. Hydrate yourself. That's the last ball of the over. Amit Kumar is going to bowl. Mr. Boni is on strike. This is the 13th over, which is in progress as of now. The current run rate is 5.06 and required is just about 10. It's 10.6. Oh, again, what a ball that is. The bowler is bowling exact line and length. The batsman just want to guide the ball for a single, but he missed the ball. And that's the end of the over. 13 overs. BCC Rampage were on 65 for 3.
Thank you, Santosh, for taking over the commentary for at least some time, giving me some time off.
Any time for you, Johnson.
Yes, we have a voluntary person, Ms. Santosh, who will do either commentary or scoring anything voluntarily for us. So we have to congratulate him for being on the field every weekend and supporting their team. It doesn't matter whether we are in the ground or sitting in the pavilion and encouraging the players. He is there for their team all the time. So
Thank you.
thank you, Santosh. That's him.
Cheers.
Now we are in the 14th over. Dr. Prashant is bowling the 14th over. And we have the left-hander on strike. That's a dot delivery. Oh, that's not a dot. That's an out. That's an out. There is some discussion going on between the umpires, and that's a not out. I don't know why batsman was in a hurry. Gnan Reddy, the left-hand batsman. That's a dot delivery. 13.1. It's still 65 for 3. And that's a full toss ball, but straight to the fielder in the covers. It's 65 for 3, 13.2. There's already 2 dots. Dr. Prashant continuing the third ball. into the mid-on area. Oh, it's into the long on. That's for single for the Gnan Reddy. Most experienced player, Dr. Prashant Elavarthi, knows how to bowl to each and every batsman, though these youngsters have a different strategy to play the balls. Even Prashant thinks way ahead of them, and he's bowling all the dots and singles only, and no room for the batsman to hit. That's what Dr. Prashant is taking care of. And now Bhanu on strike after the single. And that's it away into the extra cow corner area, and that's a beautiful stop in the cow corner, and that's for easy double. Now Banu on strike after the double run in the cow corner area. And that's beautifully timed into the deep fine leg. Not even deep, it's a deep square leg. Yes, that's a comfortable single. Now that's 5 balls done. Last ball from Dr. Prashant of his third over. That's driven into the long off area, and that's a comfortable catch, and Gnan Reddy has to depart. 6 runs in 10 balls. That's an easy wicket for Dr. Prashant in the long off area. That's an easy catch. Now Gnan Reddy has departed, and we have Prasanna come as the 4th down. After 4 wickets, Prasanna Kumar Reddy comes into the crease, and they have very big responsibility. Banu and Prasanna, they got to chase 72 runs in just 36 balls, and that is a bit concerning for Rampage. We want to wait and see what is going to happen. And we have Arjun Gali with his 4th over, final over, and he has been 3 overs, 12 runs, very economical so far. Arjun Gali coming over the wicket and bowling to Banu Diaga, who is on strike. That's a reverse sweep, beautifully timed. We're going to see that's a beautiful stop in the deep. That's a beautiful stop in the deep point area. That's a reverse sweep. That's beautifully driven, and that beautifully strike the ball, and that's easy double runs for Banu. He's playing very easy, though the strike is a bit high, though the required run rate and the target is high. That's a 6. That's a toss ball from Arjun Gali, and he has to pay for that toss delivery, and that's a 6. Beautifully timed that into the boundary in the deep mid wicket area. Bhanu Diaga scores his first boundary in the form of a 6. There's a big responsibility on Bhanu and Prasanna to take their team towards the victory. Some kids on the ground. Let's wait for some time. He's not listening to anyone, he's just running. We are resuming the game back. And Arjun Gali bowling over the wicket to Bhanu Diaga. Already 2 balls, 8 runs. That's a tremendous 6. That's an enormous 6. That's excellently timed into the deep mid-wicket, deep square leg area. And that's a comfortable 4, a 6. That's what the Roadies have to avoid now, the full toss deliveries, which are costing them more and more runs. That to such an experienced players, Prasanna and Bhanu, they are very good batsmen on the crease, and they cannot make any mistakes. Roadies cannot make any mistakes of bowling the full toss deliveries or the short pitch deliveries, which could cost them a lot. And I am not sure if this was timed or given a no ball or not. Let us wait if that is a no or just a 6. So we are back into the game, guys. That's beautifully driven onto. That's still a toss ball, but comfortable single into the long on area. Almost thought it has almost carried to Amit Kumar, but it didn't. That's an easy single. That's beaten out the batsman. After the 2 back-to-back sixes, Bhanu goes for a single on the longer off area, and now it is 57 runs required in 31 balls. And Prasanna goes after this shot. That's a superb hit, and that's into the boundary. It's a 4-6. That's a super hit by Prasanna.
Square run rate. 11. No also.
It was 12 only. It came to
Go outside. Go
it
outside.
might be 10 point something.
10 points. Yeah.
45 from 30 yard.
How many?
45 from 39.
5 overs 50 runs, 10 and 1.
39. 5 overs 50 runs. 30 balls 49.
45. Update అవ్వలేదు రాగరా ఇప్పుడు అయింది చూడు
30 balls 51.
51 సారీ మై మిస్టేక్ ఇది 6 వేసాక కూడా అంత అయిందారా సారీ ఫర్ ఎవ్రీవన్ దేర్ వాస్ సమ్ పీపుల్ విజిటర్స్ కమింగ్ టు అవర్ కామెంటరీ ఏరియా సో ఐ వాస్ టాకింగ్ టు దెమ్ సో దట్స్ 51 runs from 30 balls still. We're going to see how the both partnership is already the most expensive over for Roadies. 21 runs of this over, last over of Arjun Gali was very expensive. 3 overs, 12 runs was his stand so far, and 1 over 21 runs made that to 33 runs in 4 overs for Arjun Gali. That was a very expensive last over for him. And we have 15 overs 90 for 4, and 30 balls. BCC Rampage need 51 runs. Thanks. We have to thank Vasu. He has brought me biryani on his way to the ground, and with help of Kiran, Funny Kiran Narla. They both made me to have lunch today because I'm not in a position to go out of the crease. Oh, that's missed out reverse sweep from Banu, but still they were able to get 1 run from that ball. Now it's Sainath Velivela continuing his 3rd over. Prasanna on strike, facing Sainath Velivela. Taking comfortable singles, running between the wickets is a must at this point as well, unless you get any loose ball to hit into turn it into a boundary. Until then, every hard ball, every good line and length ball the bowler bowls, we need to convert that into a single at least. Only then the team will be in a comfortable position to defend the total. BCC Rampage, 92 for 4 after 15.2 overs. Sainath continuing from over the wicket, and Banu on strike now. We have Sainath Velivela continuing. Banu is trying something different with his reverse sweep shots, but Sainath has been sticking to his line and length and not giving any room for the batsman to turn that into any singles or boundaries. That's a very good ball from Sainath. That's still a dot delivery. Turns out to be a very good over for them. BCC Roadies. Sainath Velivela bowling to Banu. And into the deep square leg for a single. No, not a single. They comfortably took 2 runs off that ball in the deep square leg. Last ball of the over. Turns out to be a good over so far for Roadies. That's an unnecessary run from Banu, but that's an out. Looks like he was in a very good form until the previous over. At this over he struggled a bit, and he has to depart on the last ball of Sainath's over. That's a run out, we can say, from Praveen Malik. The 16 overs 94 for 4, and after Banu departs, as the new batsman come in. We have Hari on strike. Sorry, we have Hari in the crease. After that's the last ball of the previous over. Banu was run out for an unnecessary run that he was trying, though the ball was very close to the wicket keeper. It's a very good over from very good over from Sainath. Only 4 runs of that over. It's 94 for 5 after 16 overs. And we have Prasanna on strike. The beautiful round hat on his head. So we have Amit Kumar bowling his last over. He has been very economical. 3 overs, 1 run for 1 wicket for 8 runs. And he is into his final 4th over. Let us see if he could make any magic before he completes his 4th over. So 16 overs, 94 for 5. BCC Rampage. That looks like that's a wicket. Umpire has signaled it as out. Caught behind by Praveen Malik. And Amit Kumar strikes again, taking the lead batsman of BCC Rampage team. Prasanna Kumar Reddy has to depart. These 2 wickets are very crucial for the team, for Rampage team, but those both have to depart, Banu and Prasanna, one after the other. So Banu on the last ball of the previous over and Prasanna on the first ball of the new over. So Amit Kumar took that wicket. 16.1, 94 for 6. Amit Kumar continues over the wicket to the new batsman Uday. Superbly hit, but that's going straight into the... Oh, that's a drop catch. That's a drop catch, and Hari was very quick to take the second run as well. And Sainath made the mistake of dropping the catch. That's 2 runs comfortably taken from that ball. And we have continuing over the wicket Amit Kumar, and Uday tries it into the corner area, and another comfortable double there. Hari has been very quick between the wickets. That's a comfortable double again. Uday looks to be in very good form. That's an easy single into the long off area. It's very straight, you can say. Even long off or long on, you can categorize that ball. Timed very well into the long on area. We have Dharawat Hari on strike. He's facing his first ball of the innings. That's a drop catch again. That's a drop catch by Praveen Malik, the skipper.
Equation?
41-19.
41.
19. Uday Kiran on strike again. Amit Kumar bowling his last ball of the innings of his overs, the 4 overs spell. He is bowling his last ball. That's a very good stop by Amit. Just putting his leg in the ball away, and that's a good stop by Amit Kumar. He's done with the 4 overs and 14 runs he has given and 2 wickets he took. Considerable economical bowling, we can say. And we are at the end of 17 overs, 100 for 6. That's a catch taken in the point. That's the 7th wicket down for BCC Rampage. And now Dharawat Hari has to depart, and Vinod Reddy is coming into the crease to partner with Uday Kumar for the last 3 overs. And the equation is 41 required in 17 balls. That's a super boundary to start with for Vinod Reddy into the long on area. That's travelled miles. Vinod Reddy going after the bowlers. Vinay Kumar Hirema is the bowler in. And that's a 4. It's 104 for 7 after 17.2. Coming over the wicket, Vinay. And Vinod has hit that into the deep point area, and that's a comfortable double they have tried, and that's an easy double. That's an easy double. Fielder was waiting to throw the ball or not, and they have capitalized of taking one more run from that distance in the deep point area. That's 17.3. Vinay continuing over the wicket. That looks like a beaten ball, but that travels to the boundary. The byes 4. 31 from 15, I guess.
31 from 15. 31 from 15.
14. 31 or 14. Still, they could do some magic to get the innings going, and they can chase the target if the batsmen stick around for some time. I know there's not much overs. They need to go after every ball, and if they are going after every ball, they need to be very consistently hitting the ball, and they cannot take any chances of edges or any misjudgment of the balls. That's 17.4, 110 for 7. Vinay continuing. That's another boundary from Vinod Reddy. That's in the deep fine leg. Deep fine leg. They have comfortably made it the game to be in the league. We have 17.5114 for 7, and the equation seems to be getting closer. 27 runs in 13 balls. Vinay continuing over the wicket again. That's a comfortable single to end the over. In the deep fine leg area, same area, Vinay Kumar Hiramad completes his 4 overs as well for 34 runs with 1 wicket of the Rawat in this over. The first ball he took an wicket, and the rest balls you see seems to be some expensive balls that he has bowled. Vinod Reddy 15 runs of just 5 balls. After 18 overs, 115 for 7, it's 26 runs in 12 balls. 26 in 12.
26 in 12.
Achievable. 26. (26 of 12 guys). For you? Huh? क्या चल रहा है? बोलता रहता हूँ, आते नहीं। एक बार गया
10 में मेरा क्या हो गया?
2 हफ्ते पहले गया था।
अभी पूरा महीना
गूगल बोलते रहते।
चाइनीज लाइक मेरा 10 से क्या होगा? नहीं जिस तो टिप देता हूँ।
Come in. I'll say you one thing. अभी
दे दिया, पूरा दे दिया।
हाँ ले लिया। मैंने सेटिंग किया it on record. That turns out to be in the mid-off area, and that's for a single. 2 overs, 26 to chase, and have 18.1116 for 7. Uday and Uday Reddy and Vinod Reddy have to do some magic here. Uday on strike, and we have bowling Sainath bowling his last over. Oh, that there is a chance of run out, but umpire has referred it to the third umpire decision. We will wait and see if their appeal is going to make some difference or not. Let's wait for the decision for Vinod if he is on the wrong side, if that is a run out or not. Vinod has took the risk of taking that single into a double run. But Uday is on the safe side, but we need to see if Vinod has made it easily, or he has to, or does he has to struggle to make it there? And we are waiting for the third umpire decision to call it an out or not out. That was the bizarre moment. You don't believe me. That's stupid.
नहीं बोलना था.
Okay, not about that now. Decision not made still. Decision is still awaiting, guys. Please stay tuned. That's a good news for BCC Rampage team. That's a not out declared by the third umpire. We know that he has comfortably made it into the crease by the time ball hits the wickets. And Sainath bowling his third ball. Oh, that's an easy catch in the middle, a long on by Amit Kumar. Uday had hit it hard, but it has reached the safe hands of Amit Kumar. He made no mistake there. And Uday Kiran has to depart. That's an easy wicket for Sainath Velivela. It's 7 wickets only, it's showing. The scoreboard is not updated yet. That's a wicket, and it's 118 for 8. And we have new batsman Deva Harsha Reddy, a new batsman, right-hand batsman. Oh, Deva Harsha, that was a risky run, but he made it into the crease. If that was a direct hit, he would have been out, but Sainath couldn't hit it directly. So it's 119 for 8 after 18.4 overs. No, I think 120, I guess. This is the one run. That was a good shot into the deep long on. Amit Kumar tried to hit it, but no use. He has dropped the catch, and that's 21. The last ball of Sainath's spell is bowling his last ball of his 4 overs quota. Have 20 from 7 balls. Turns out to be a very good over for BCC Roadies. Sainath has controlled the runs as quick as possible. That's it. 19 runs from the 6 balls is the final equation of the final over. We need 19 runs, and Mr. Dr. Prashant Elavarthi will be coming in to bowl his last over, and his third over, or fourth, I guess. So let's wait. So it's 19 overs, 122 for 8. So we need 19 runs from 6 balls. Hey, water anta. It's okay. When you play, we will also say it's very sunny. Go. What did your captain do? I know I hit 4 in your bowling. Don't say. Nobody hit. I hit 4 in your bowling. That next round the ball was one out. Yeah, you are playing less overs. But Panthers will give you tough fight, don't worry. I'm pretty confident that they will give you a tough fight. I don't judge the results, but unlike your first 2 matches. Bhaskar team and our team. No, Sharad team or Bhaskar team. That is a super into the cover, that's a single run. Oh, that's a chance of misfield there, and that's a comfortable 2 for Vinod Reddy. Now it's 17 in 5. After 19.1, 124 for 8, Rampage. And they need 17 in 5 balls. 17 runs in 5 balls. Prashant Elavarthi is bowling his final over now. That was a catch in the deep fine leg. The ball was travelling miles of height, and that could be the reason that didn't carry to the boundary. And Pranay Shetty makes no mistakes in the deep fine leg. That is an easy catch for him. We know that he has to depart, and now that is 17 from 4 balls is the equation. We know that he has to depart, the final wicket, previous wicket. We have 19.2, 124 for 9, and they need 17 from 4 balls. Is that an all out? They gave it as out. All out. Looks like this is a wicket, and with this wicket that will be all out for BCC Rampage. No one to play. And BCC Roadies have won the match again. They have recorded their 4th victory of this season, BPL 6. That's done. BCC Rampage are all out for 124 in 19.3 overs. And BCC Roadies record their 4th victory with 16 runs. You can see BCC Roadies, after recording their 4th victory of the season, walking back into the pavilion. Okay, we have a winning captain. We have a winning captain, Praveen Malik, who has recorded about the skipper of BCC Roadies after winning their 4th consecutive win game. Now he is with us to share his thoughts on the win. And Praveen, how do you see this victory when compared to the previous 3 matches?
So this victory, I'd say we were not up to the mark. Actually, first thing I want to take that. And as compared to the last match, what we were the best example for everyone. Execution, catches, everything. Today we missed catches. Climates are not, that condition is not very great. It's very hot and humid. So we are not able to control our because body should support for this. So it was tough for us, and match was tough actually. They were good batting very well, but it's hard luck. Yeah, thank you so much.
And how would you rate your batting? What do you think about your batting finally? One question last.
One question. As a team, we played good batting. We were the highest score while scoring and going first in the batting. So we scored 140. It was a good match actually.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Praveen bhai.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your 4th victory.
Thank you. Thank you.
And hope to see many more victories in this season going forward.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have to say the OTP.
That's all from commentary box.